People often say winning a world title in table tennis isn't the hardest thing. Winning a national title is. Because the national games is where China's best truly get tested. But if you look back over the past decade, one name keeps appearing at the heart of this brutally competitive stage: Zhendong. He didn't grow up with a silver spoon. He wasn't the chosen prodigy who cruised his way to the top. He was the kid who kept getting overlooked until his results forced everyone to pay attention. Step by step, match by match, he fought his way to the very top. And what's interesting is this: Zhendong's most unforgettable moments didn't come from the big international tournaments. They came from the one battlefield inside China that shows no mercy: the national games. No filters, no protection, only raw strength and pure competition. And in that environment, he didn't just show up. He thrived. He delivered in the moments that truly decided everything. People call him the god of the national games. Not because of one lucky breakthrough, not because of a single classic match, but because no matter how the draw changed or how the pressure shifted, he always produced the same answer. Ridiculously stable, absurdly strong, and unshakable when it mattered most. Others rise on a single burst of brilliance. He built a decade-long run of dominance. His first national games appearance was in 2013. He was only 16, and in the quarterfinals, he ran into Zhang Jike, fresh off completing the Grand Slam and defending his world championship title. Everyone assumed the match was over before it even started. Just months earlier at the Worlds in Paris, Fan had been swept aside by the same man. He was the kid who wasn't ready, the kid who still needed time. But something felt different that night. From the first ball, it was like someone lit a fuse inside him. He attacked from the table, away from the table, and his backhand was so sharp people wondered if this was even the same teenager. Then came the shocker, 4-2. He stunned the entire table tennis world. Some whispered that Zhang Jike went easy on him. But then Fan turned around in the semifinals and beat Su Xin 4-2 as well. At that point, there was no excuse left. He wasn't lucky. He was good, very good. But reality comes for every young player. In the final, he met Ma Long. They battled all the way to 7 games, and Fan came up short. But even in defeat, he became the youngest men's singles finalist in the history of the national games. Liu Guoyang called him the biggest surprise of the tournament. And for most people, the lasting image was the teenager roaring at the sky, a sign the new chapter of Chinese table tennis had quietly begun. For years later in Tianjin, a more mature Fan Zhendong faced Ma Long again in the men's singles final. But this time, Ma Long was in his absolute prime. Fan fought hard, but again fell 2-4, earning his second silver medal. Everyone knew how impossible it was to beat Ma Long in those years. And after the match, Fan said a line that later became iconic.
输给马龙并不是什么丢人的事儿，我觉得如果谁觉得能赢他，那谁来，对吧？
No one expected that 6 years later, that line would come back in a different form. Losing to Fan Zhendong isn't something to be ashamed of. But before that moment, Fan Zhendong spent an entire cycle losing almost every key matchup against Ma Long. Every big stage, every turning point, the results seemed fixed. Ma Long stood on top, and Fan Zhendong kept falling short. The real shift didn't happen until after the Tokyo Olympics. 2 months later, he stepped into the national games, and his form made people wonder if he had bottled up every loss from the past and unleashed it all at once. In men's singles, he blasted past Liu Dingxuo 4-0 to claim his first national games singles title. In the team event, he took down Wang Chuqin and Ma Long back-to-back, dragging Guangdong all the way to the top of the podium. But the moment everyone remembers to this day is that comeback went over Ma Long.
回摆，反正都上手，边直线回推到反手，摆到正手短，反正都正哇！回摆，反正都上手出界，中路短球，樊振东率先上手，马龙加力，哇！樊振东又是胸变直线，有些擦网，哇！樊振东反手率先发力，哇！接发球，樊振东引到马龙的正手大角度，啊！樊振东真的是值得今天晚上全场的掌声啊！
What surprised people most was how calm he stayed, even when he was behind on the scoreboard. That steadiness, cold, unshaken, made everyone suddenly realize something. The kid who used to get crushed by Ma Long had quietly become the very obstacle others struggled to overcome. And that wasn't even the craziest part of his national games run. What truly convinced everyone was his dominance in the men's team event. From 2017 to 2021, across 2 national game cycles, he played 21 matches, and won all 21. His list of defeated opponents stretched from the old Three Musketeers to the rising generation. He single-handedly knocked Beijing's million-level sponsorship hopes off the table, and the one missing piece in Ma Long's Grand Slam puzzle, the men's team gold at the National Games. A huge part of that gap was created by Zhendong himself. After the Paris Olympics, he went a full year without a single international match. He dropped out of the world rankings, stayed sharp only through the Chinese Super League and the Bundesliga. Normally, that kind of gap would drain any core player. But the moment he stepped back onto the National Games stage, everyone had the same reaction. So this is what it looks like when pure ability refuses to fade. He won the men's singles title again, becoming only the third player after Wang Tao and Ma Long to claim it twice. He also became the only one to pocket a singles medal in 4 straight national games. So why do people call him the god of the national games? It's not an exaggerated nickname. It's the only conclusion you get after putting more than a decade of history together. He's the 16-year-old who broke through world champions. He's the challenger who fought Ma Long again and kept coming back. And he's the one who, at the most critical moments, reaches out and grabs his own destiny. Grand Slams, world rankings, those can leave him for a while. But the national games? As long as Zhendong steps onto that stage, he'll always remind you what absolute dominance looks like.